Hello, I got two of my here. Sorry, y'all. But yes, so we're gonna run that back. Smush a little bit. Um, when you're not prepared. Better luck next time and all that good stuff. But like I was saying, and before I messed up this camera, thank you so much for joining. Hi. So this book, Phantasma, okay, is basically our main character. She's gotta save her sister because she joined um, a a challenge basically. It's a competition called Phantasma, and it's rarely ever escaped. And our girl's got to go save her sister. So it looks like she got to conquer all 9 floors of this smorgasbord thing. Hi, Lamonte. Thank you for joining. Hello. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you, Lalo. Is it Lalo? Lalo? Wait, Lalo Rodriguez. My bad. I swear I can read. I promise. Thank you so much. But yes, so apparently there's a charming, arrogant stranger who claims he can help, but Ophelia knows better than to trust him. Yes. So her sister's life is on the line, so she can't really take any chances, and she's trying real hard. But this is a romantasy. So, hi, Frisco. Thank you for joining. Welcome, welcome. So our girl's got to go save her sister, basically. Save me. So I haven't read it, but this is a book that I plan on reading. But like I said, this is a haul. This is a book haul. So these are all books that I picked up because I am going to be reading them. Yes. So this one, I got it off the strength of the cover. I really, really liked the cover. But the story also sounds like it might be good. So we'll see. And that's by Kaylee Smith. The next book that I have that I'm going to probably read first is Satan's Affair by H.D. Carlton. This one caught my eye. Hi, welcome, Sunshine Melon 17. Welcome to my live. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for coming into my live, darling. I'm going to be talking about some books today. I hope you like reading. This is my book haul. All right. So this one I got just because I like the title. Yes, I love the title. In case you didn't know, I am a horror writer. So this is right up my alley. Right up my alley. If you can see it, say it. Say it. All right, because I know the green screen in the back, it's a little hard. But I'm just going through all the books that I got from the library haul that I did. Hi, Roman. Thank you so much for coming in. Go ahead and share this live, you guys, so that way we can continue to do the lives. I really want to continue doing them. I really want to continue doing book calls and talk about writing and horror shows and everything and random shit too. I think it'd be cool. So let's go ahead, like this live, share it, run it up. Let's do it. Very much. Thank you very much. If you want to say some gifts, definitely send some gifts. I'm a struggling author here. So gifts are greatly appreciated. Anything is greatly appreciated. So thank you so much for even joining. I love it. But okay, so to stop all my chitter chatter, this book is about let's see, every Halloween Satan's Affair will come to you. Ooh, it sounds like it's a circus or something that comes into town. I love that. I hate clowns though. I really hate clowns a lot, which is funny because I do love the clowns from Fear Zone. Those guys are pretty fun, but it gets a little crazy. Those women are nuts about those clowns. They be doing too much. But okay, so summary for this one: we travel the country offering terrifying haunted houses, thrilling rides, and the tastiest food. I wonder if the food is human. Gross. And with every passing town, I cleanse this world one execution at a time. Ooh, I love that. Very spooky. I hide within the walls, casting my judgment for those that reek of evil, singing lullabies to their rotting souls. Once you've been chosen, there's no escaping my henchmen. They cater to my every desire. You can run, you can hide, but it only excites me. Oh, yes. I am going to read this first. Never mind. Come, take a walk through my dollhouse where your screams will blend and your cute little pleas will go unanswered. But I can't promise something because there's something in the way. So, but yeah, that's awesome. Real monsters don't wear masks. I am looking forward to reading this. This is going to be first. This is going to be first. Satan's Affair. This is going to be first. I'm gonna read this first. Yes. Huzzah. All right, next book. Let's move on. This one I got because it sounded like it was pretty cool. Hi, thank you for joining my live. Welcome in. Go ahead and share this live, you guys. If you want to send gifts, go ahead and send gifts. I am a struggling writer. All the gifts. Thank you. Hi, Wayne. Thank you for joining. Thank you guys for coming in. I love it. I love when people support. All right, so Russian Gothic. Now, okay, you should see it. You see it. You see it. Anyway, so this one is Russian Gothic. I'm really excited about this one. It's by Alexander Skorobogotov. Skorobogotov, I think. I hope I didn't butcher it. But this was written in the 90s. So I'm kind of excited to read this one. Plus, I love Gothic stories too. So it is also short. So I'm probably going to read this after Satan's Affair. So let's see. This one, I think I vaguely remember what it's about because I try to look at what it's about before I pick it up. But sometimes I just don't have time for it. Hi, Unique Rare TYP. Thank you so much for joining. Hi. Thank you. Talking about my book haul today. Just messing about. So this one is called Russian Gothic. It's a short and intense novel by Belgium-based Belarusian novelist Alexander Skorobogotov that, since its initial publication in Russia in 91, has gone on to sell over 1 million copies worldwide. We love to see it. We love literacy. And hailed as an early masterpiece of post-Soviet literature, eliciting comparisons to Gogol, Bulgakov. I hope I said that right. Bulgakov? Hi, thank you for joining my live. Hello. Come on in, y'all. Share the live, too. All right, so it's a dark tale of the descent into paranoia and violence of Nikolai, a veteran of the Soviet-Afghan War. Uh-oh. Whenever that happens. When a mysterious figure, Sergeant Bertrand, appears on his doorstep and starts insinuating that Nikolai's wife, Vera, may be having an affair. Uh-oh. Vera, you in danger, girl. Nikolai's faith in his wife, the only person to stand by him after his return to civilian life, starts to crumble with devastating consequences. So yeah, this one's next. After I do Satan's Affair, I'm going to read Russian Gothic. They both sound real good. So hi, Faye. Welcome. Thank you for joining my live. So what we're going to do. Hi, Stephen Bovain. Thank you for joining. All right, so this next one, but this one, Russian Gothic, I'm definitely going to read it. It sounds like it's going to be really good after Satan's Affair. Satan's Affair caught my attention. But this one also caught my attention because I already like this author. I already have one of her books. It's called Mexican Gothic. If you've never read Sylvia Moreno Garcia's books, definitely do it. If you're into anything that's like a dark fantasy or even Gothic type literature, very good. I love her. Let's see what this one's about, though. This one's new to me. So this one is called Certain Dark Things by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. Great writer. And I'm going to let you see it too, YouTube. Sylvia Moreno Garcia, Certain Dark Things. Can't wait to read this as well. But I got to get through these two first. So this one is, let's see. I'm going to read the short summary back here. Welcome to Mexico City. An oasis in a sea of vampires. Domingo, a lonely garbage collecting street kid, is just trying to survive its heavily policed streets when a jaded vampire on the run swoops into his life. Ooh, we love vampires. So yes, to that. Atoll. I'm going to guess it's Atoll. The descendant of Aztec blood drinkers is smart, beautiful, and dangerous. Domingo is mesmerized, and so am I. Atoll needs to quickly escape the city, far from the rival narco vampire clan. Oh, girl, can you read? Clan. Relentlessly pursuing her. Her plan doesn't include Domingo, but Atoll finds herself warming up to the scrappy young man and his undeniable charm. Oh, somebody's got a crush. Vampires, you know, they like people. They like people. I think. Let me see. I don't know. Some look, TikTok is very difficult for a young woman like me. I feel like you need to be on live for a long time and you need to connect with your audience like it's nobody's business. And because I'm a writer and author, it's a little bit difficult because if I was doing like dances and shit, pretty sure it'd be a totally different story. But because I'm not doing that, however, hello YouTube land as well. I'm not ignoring you. But what do I see? Yes. As the trail of corpses stretches behind them, local cops and crime bosses start closing in. Oh, vampires, humans, cops, and criminals collide in the dark streets of Mexico City. Do Domingo stand a chance of making it out alive, or will the city devour them all? Yes, the city will devour them all. Of course it will. Who knows? I'm just talking shit. All right, so that sounds like a good read too, so that's why I picked it up. So we're good with that. Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I know this is going to be good, girl. Next book is going to be a graphic novel by a really, really amazing manga artist that I hope you guys know. His name is Junji Ito, and this is the story collection Tombs. Right? Yes. You see it. Send some roses. Okay. I want to make sure I continue to be able to do lives. Maybe I should do some random story time stuff or random reading. Ooh, we could probably do a little thing of Satan's Affair on live. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe. I'll think about it. But this is the last book from the library that I checked out. So this one is another graphic novel, but it is an adaptation. Let me see. It's H.P. Lovecraft's Mountain of Madness. You can see the title there, but it looks pretty cool. Show it on YouTube. You see that? Excellent. Gorgeous, dolly. So we'll just see some quick illustrations if we can. Can't even see. It's a hot mess. All right, let's see. So this is what some of the illustrations look like. You see it? You see it? It looked pretty macabre. It looked pretty awesome. And then I do love the cover as well. And how it looks and how dark it is. If anybody knows Lovecraft's work, he's a raging racist, so I do not support that. But his talent's undeniable, unfortunately. So it's more like a cosmic. He's more of a cosmic horror writer nonetheless, though. So looking forward to getting into this. Excellent. And then let's see. So I got through all those. Hi, James Turner. Thank you so much for coming into my live. Just going over some delectable books that I got from the library. Now I'm going to show you books that I'm going to keep. All right. Hi, is it Demond Robinson? Hi, welcome. All right, so these books that I bought that I'm going to keep, that's going to be on my bookshelf that I'm probably going to read, but who knows? I love just getting books for my bookshelf at home. One day I want to have a big library in my home, but we'll see about that because the way the future is looking, who knows what's going to happen. But I got this Celtic Fairy Tales. I feel like it's going to be a good resource for writing horror, writing fantasy, which is what I do. So I feel like this is going to be great for getting some inspiration, some spooky characters could probably derive from here because I know that the fairies definitely came from Celtic culture. So this is one of the books that I'm going to keep. And another one that I bought because I am a huge Anne Rice fan. It is Blood and Gold. It's a part of the Vampire Chronicles. This is going to be a story about, I believe, is it Lestats Maker? I believe so. Yeah, it's Marius. It's Lestats Maker. So this is his story. So I didn't have this book. I have it now. So I'm going to read it. It's going in my Anne Rice collection, which I have on my bookshelf. I have quite a few. So I'm excited about this. And then the last book that I'm going to keep on my bookshelf, that's also going to be a great resource for writing after I read it or go through it, because it didn't look like it was like a book that you just read. Anyway, so go ahead, you guys, share this live. I'm going to be on here for just like a little bit more. Nothing too crazy. But I have, goddamn, hold on. I have to stand up in order for you to see it because of the green screen. Really? Come on, man. Okay, I got to back up a little bit. So it's Force of the Vampire. Slavic myth. Force of the Vampire. If you're into vampires like I am, that's what attracted me to this. So this is probably going to be another really great resource and inspiration for when I'm doing some horror writing. Go into this. Goes with my ring. You guys see that? Yeah, that's Medusa. So I'm looking forward to going through this. Let's see if I can get this to show up on the green screen. God damn. No, I'm not going to be able to get it to show up. But it looks pretty cool from what I can see inside. So I'm looking forward to those. And one book that is not from the library that I just really wanted to share with y'all. It is Junji Ito's Uncanny, The Origins of Fear. So this is kind of like an autobiographical book about Junji Ito's beginnings as a manga artist and how he got into it and how he got into horror manga. So very good books. I've not read it all the way yet, but I'm excited. It has artwork in here. Very good. So I'm looking forward to finishing this up. And then once I finish it up, then I can move forward to other books. But for now, if you guys have any questions, if you want to say anything, go ahead and put it in the chat. This is interactive. So definitely don't be shy. That's what I'm here for. If you want to send gifts, give me some gifts. So that way I can continue to do lives. right now it is very difficult to be a struggling writer for sure. So if you can share the live, send some gifts. Some roses would be nice. A rose or two. Who knows? I'm not a beggar, but just gotta throw it out there. But yeah, so what I'm going to start with is Satan's Affair. I'm definitely going to look at the first page right now and see what we got. Oh, okay, it's got a playlist. They got a playlist for this book, y'all. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, show it already. So apparently there's a playlist. So you got a playlist for this book that's supposed to go over it really, really well or pair with the book. So it's like the playlist is Dollhouse by Melanie Martinez, Carousel by Melanie Martinez, again, Daisy by Ashniko, Stupid by Ashniko, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor by Drowning Pool, of course. Graveyard by Halsey, Isaac's Insects by Isaac Dunbar, and Mime by Isaac Dunbar. So it's a lot of it's multiple songs by the same artist on there. So I think that's gonna work. Maybe I need to do that. Get out of here. Maybe I need to go ahead and put on a playlist for this. All right, so it says, warning, this book is extremely dark with triggering situations such as graphic gore, violence, arousal by murder, mentions of child abuse, I don't know, psychological torture, suicide, and graphic schmexual situations suited for 18 plus readers. So you got to be mature. For this book. For Satan's Affair, you got to be absolutely an adult. Absolutely an adult. So let's look at chapter 1. If you're still in the live, if you're still here, thank you so much. Go ahead and share it. Share this live. Please share this live. If you feel so inclined to do so, you can send gifts, all that good stuff. Like I said, so I can continue doing lives. All right. And let's see. So chapter 1. 1, stab. A grunt punctuates my next word. 2, stab. Oh, stab somebody. Another grunt. Freddy's coming for you. I sing high-pitched and childlike. Blood spurts from his stab wounds, painting my face in a mosaic of red and gore. The evil is seeping out of each hole I've made in his body. I can feel it, curling from the openings like smoke from the machines in nearly every corner of this house. I breathe in deep, smelling the evil coming out of him. Okay, somebody's got some evil coming out of them. Obviously. Mortis, come hold his head, I order. Ooh, nope. It smells like rotten egg. Okay, and brimstone. That is evil. That's what I heard. It smells like sulfur. Eggs, it kind of has that sulfury smell. It's how I know that I made the right judgment. Mortis, come hold his head, I order. My henchman listens immediately, gripping the man's head in his red hands, rendering him still as his black talons dig into the demonic. Oh, don't. Hi, Bobby. Thank you for joining. I'm just doing a light reading here for Satan's Affair. So if you like horror and gore, this is the book. This is the book for you. Let's see. His efforts to dislodge his head from Mortis's grip are so cute. Gripping my pretty knife in my hand, I lean down close. Okay, I don't think I could read more because of the nature of the stuff that's in here. So I'm going to stop it there. But I just know that I'm going to really, really, really enjoy this book. And I'll talk about it when I'm done. But for now, yes, I'm looking forward to that book. Let's see. What was the next one? This one is Russian Gothic. So I look forward to starting this one too. Let's see. Let's check out the first page for this one. See what it gives us. They say he murdered women using a short bladed knife with a crooked bone handle to rip open their bellies and then burrowed his feet inside. What the hell? You putting your feet in somebody's wound? That's kind of gross. He liked to wiggle his toes in there, but he didn't like it at all when the women screamed. What? What the hell? What is this? They say that happened sometimes when he didn't kill them straight away. Then he would grow angry, and his pleasure was quite ruined. Yet this was rare, very rare. They called him what? No, that's not where I was at. Sorry. Green light gang, if you are just here, go ahead. Thank you. You can say hi. Chat me up. I'll be here for a little bit, but let's see. After all, he was good at killing people, a master of his craft. Well, you know what? I hope you're good at it. If you're going to be doing all that. They say he called himself, for some reason, Sergeant Bertrand. Was he even a sergeant? A peculiar name. They say he was arrested and executed by firing squad, but I've also heard that as he walked down the gloomy tunnel toward his death, toward the firing squad with their pre-war rifles, he vanished. So this man's not even real. Well, okay, he might have been real, but it sounds like he's a ghost. Hi, Camilla. This is my first live in a while, so I think if this goes well, right? If this goes well, then I'll continue to do it. And we'll talk about all things spooky. We're going to talk about some real spooky stuff because that's what I do. And also I do horror reviews. So we could talk about, we'll even talk about the latest horror, which is, it just wrapped, obviously, but Welcome to Derry. I hate clowns. I hate clowns so much. But Welcome to Derry, I'm more than willing to talk about. All right, so let's finish up this page, right? They heard his heavy footsteps reverberating in the dark, and then nothing. They suddenly stopped, as though the sergeant had stopped walking. There was nowhere to hide in that tunnel, and yet he was never found. He had vanished, the man who called himself Sergeant Bertrand. But it's also possible, and this is much more likely, that he never existed at all. Hey, that might be the case. Might be the case. Let's see. This person, whom others, for some reason, had named Sergeant Bertrand, even though he already had a name of his own. Surely he must have had a name. What was it? Good question. Sergeant Bertrand. I'm very curious. When did it begin? Nikolai could no longer say for sure. Perhaps when even the front door swung open and the man simply strolled in. See, that's the problem. You stroll into my house, we're going to have a problem. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Where the hell was I going? Don't mind my mess. But I am a writer. I will show you my first book. Now, this is my book, Voices on the Air. I wrote this, baby. It is a very, very, very short book, but it is something that I greatly enjoyed writing. It's my first book that I published, self-published, edited, all that good stuff. So this is something that I'm very proud of. And it's called Voices on the Air. It's by me, Chia. I'm thinking of re-releasing it though. You dig? I'll re-release it after I do a little bit more editing on that. So I'm going to have to end the live here just because I think we spent a good amount of time talking about this. But thank you guys so much for joining me, for joining this impromptu live. I will be doing more lives in the future. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow, or I'll probably go live later tonight, but probably for gaming, not for reading. And then do that because gaming is fun. That's what I like to do in my off time to relax. And I think that'll be fun. So I'll probably be back on this evening. Not probably, I will. I'll be back on live for gaming live, trying to decide if I'm gonna do The Sims or if I'll do Roblox. But if not, thank you so much for joining this live. I had a pretty good time talking about books that I got from the library and that I am going to read. Like I said, maybe I'll come read a page from here when when I start this book. Probably read a page. It really depends because, like I said, it has a lot of gore in it, so I got to be careful about that. Or I'll probably, if I do, I'll probably do it on YouTube, and I'll put that in my profile so that way you guys know where to find it. But yeah, I would love to continue doing more lives like this. Thank you so much for joining JCF. But yeah, I really look forward to doing more lives like this. I just have to be a lot better with my time, with my timing on lives, and making sure I'm strict on myself. I need to be strict. If I do not plan this correctly, if I don't write notes, if I don't have my own script, it is terrible. So I'm going to make sure that I do a better job. And I just thank you so much again, you guys. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Hi, sweet mom. Thank you for joining. But I am going to end it right here. But I really thank you so much for joining me today on this live. I will see you guys next time. I will be back on later for gaming. If you love gaming, I'll be on later for that live. And yeah, just have a great rest of your day. Bye.